Hi, this is Chuck Martin, and here we are at the AI Summit London at the close of day one. I'm happy to say I've got with me here Jenna Howell, Vice President of Informa. Welcome, Jenna.
Hi, Chuck.
So this has been an amazing day. What do you think?
Oh, it's been exciting. It's been so great to see everybody come together. It's been a little warm, but we love the weather. The sun has been beautiful, and discussions have been great.
So starting this morning, there was a line down the street.
There was.
Here. It's like there are like thousands of people here.
Yes, it's been a very busy day. Hopefully it moved fast. Folks have stayed hydrated throughout, I think, as well. But I think overall, we've just seen some tremendous conversations happening. Everybody right now wants to talk about AI, wants to be involved in AI, and that's why we're here.
Is that because of ChatGPT and generative AI, do you think?
I think it has a big part to play in that, is that it's brought it more mainstream to all of us, right? It's given you something where you feel like you can connect the technology as a person. You're practicing with it, you're playing with it yourself, planning trips with ChatGPT. At the same time, in your own personal life, it makes you think in business, what can I do with this as well?
Interesting, a year ago at videos here, we asked everybody, what do you expect a year from now that we'll be talking about? Not one person said generative AI.
Wow.
And now everyone we asked this question today, they said, I'm scared to make a prediction now into next year, because we don't know what's happening. So what did you see here today that interested you?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I saw quite a bit. We had a lot of discussions going on around regulation still, especially this morning, seeing the EU regulation signed. Right. So watching that, watching people on their phones, watching this live streamed. So the amount of conversations that came on the back of that, right? What does that mean? What does that look like? And trying to dig in to that together. There's a good amount of conversation around that specifically.
Yeah, we're hearing a lot about generative AI, even though we know it's the buzz. Everyone is talking about it, no matter what. We Visionaires, the Visionaires Lounge, the VIP Lounge, now this, at 11:30 tomorrow, there's a 1 hour roundtable, and people could sign up. 65 people have signed up for a roundtable.
Yes.
So like everybody wants to talk about it.
Yes, I agreed. Generative AI on the main stage, we're seeing that as well. What is the new era of AI, right? What does it mean for you as a person, as a consumer? All the way down to, I was having a meeting today about what does it mean for memory, processors? How do we supply semiconductors because of generative AI? We saw a stat where you take a Google search compared to a ChatGPT search, it needs 10 times the amount of processing power. Think about what that means for servers, for data centers. The amount of equipment that is now needed for this has grown substantially in the last 3 months.
Or businesses that are thinking of deploying this, they're going to find out later that there's all this compute power they need that they aren't aware of.
Correct, there's a lot of downstream in this as well.
Yeah. So what are you seeing globally? You just got back from Asia. Tell me what's happening there versus here in London.
I think there's a lot of connection, right? And so just spent some time in Korea and Japan. This morning I had the honor of meeting the CEO of Fujitsu, was at our event this morning, talking to them as well about the connections between the UK and Japan. And that's what I'm really seeing, is the connection between what AI is bringing us together, between Asia, between the US, between Asia and the UK. That's what I'm seeing around AI, is you can't do this alone. If you're trying to do it alone, you're going to face challenges. Even on the regulation front, we have to figure out a way to work together. We have to figure out, ethics culturally means something different, but how do we define this? How do we come together and figure out, how do we come to an agreement?
In Asia, Informa's launching a newsletter there soon, right? Yes,
so we've been doing quite a bit. I was visiting Korea, had some very interesting meetings, met Seoul Robotics over there, great startup, amazing work they're doing. Met some Samsung over there as well, met Samsung here today. So from big to small in Korea, interest in AI and the measures that the government is putting out there around AI is incredible. And the investment that that country wants to make in AI is something that we have quite a lot of interest in. So we're looking at launching a newsletter and really digging into that country and how they're becoming a leader in AI as well.
So speaking of Asia, you just did an event in Singapore.
Yes.
What was that about?
Last week we had Asia Tech X along with IMDA. We actually launched through our Omdia brand a white paper on generative AI. So 65-page white paper out there that you can go download. It's incredible on just these questions. What are the use cases around generative AI? I think we had something like 20,000 come through the doors in Asia. It was incredible. Those stages, standing room only, just like here. Lots of the same questions, the same conversations that we're seeing here as there. Governments, how do we work together? How do we work cross borders around AI?
Yeah, you mentioned Fujitsu a few seconds ago. They were actually here earlier today on the stage talking about quantum.
Yes.
They're getting involved in quantum.
Did you see their quantum chip in their suite?
Oh, no,
it's amazing. It's a little bitty chip in there. Highly secure, big guard.
So there's a whole quantum thing going on here.
Yes. So lots of quantum discussions as well. I mean, we talk about AI, but what's happening with quantum computing as well? How do we deal with all of this data? And I think that that's a real solution here that we're talking about. Fujitsu's showcasing all of their technology around this at the show as well.
Do you get a sense that AI these days is moving faster than it has been over the years?
That's a good question. Generative AI has been around. We've talked about that, right? This is not a new thing. I think it's becoming more mainstream, where there are more use cases that are consumer friendly, and we know once things pass into consumer world and the individuals can play with the technology, we actually see more innovation come that way, and then that innovation transfers back into businesses, right? That cross collaboration is quite interesting, cross innovation. Innovation models have changed over the years. I mean, we look back 50 years ago, innovation was from NASA, from governments, solely. Who had the investment? Then innovation went to garages when we started about Silicon Valley, and it was only in garages. Now it is really that partnership between enterprises, governments, universities, academics, and individuals. So I think with ChatGPT and generative AI going a little bit more mainstream and bringing in the individual that can now actually interface with this technology, you've brought in that key component of those four. Now we can create that new innovation loop. It's a new innovation model that I think could accelerate AI.
So there was the Singapore event and now this event, and then there's an Austin event coming and a New York event. What transitions between here, Austin, and New York?
Oh, exciting. So Austin's in the fall. In September, we have some exciting work there. That show specifically will focus on applications. So again, really digging into where is the ROI of this technology. And I think, another couple months on, we've been talking about generative AI. What does it mean? Where is it? Now where are we getting the ROI? I think it's going to be some interesting conversations there. And that crosses AI, IoT, all the way into quantum. I mean, we want to talk about the full solution set for AI. Then we get back to New York and we talk about diversity, we talk about AI in governments as well in New York. So that's in December. So continue the year on, have quite a bit to go.
So what are you going to do tomorrow here?
Ooh, very good question.
Any thoughts, recommendations for anybody? Go see everything?
Go see as much as you can. There's a lot of great conversations going on. We do have a group joining us in the morning I'm very excited about, Diversity.org. There's a group of students who will be joining us in the morning. So we have about 100 students who will be here to learn about AI and to learn about careers in AI. That'll be very exciting. I'm sure you'll see us all wandering around in the morning. And it will be high energy, excitement there. I think it'll fuel all of us in excitement, as much as we've already seen today. Do that, enjoy some popsicles, enjoy as much as you can tomorrow. I think there'll be lots on display.
It's going to be a busy day. Thank you
Yes.
so much. And that's the end of the AI Business Live feed for today. See you all tomorrow, and thank you for coming to the AI Summit London.